request Mr. Narayan to inaugurate the meet and the book which I have written to release the book. I request Mr. Dina. Then after that,
That's it. After that,
another important aspect was it was only in English. But we had a lucky break, a God-sent opportunity in the name of Mr. Tukayandi. Tukayandi was away, came back, and when he heard that I have written the English book, he offered to write it in Tamil. And he has done an excellent job because Tamil, it is a little difficult for us, whereas he has done a good job. So he is also here with us. So with all these, I request Mr. Narayan to express a book, and later the Tukayandi to do the same with the Tamil edition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Raghavan. Mr. Narayan, I'd like you to say a few words.
I want to thank the Devaram family for giving me this opportunity to be present here now and today, and also giving me the honor of releasing this eponymous work, Munnar to Marina, written by a legend. A legend in the police who has few equals. Devaram has been a name to conjure up for many, many years. I'm a senior in the service, many years. But his name and fame eclipses that, I think, of every single Tamil Nadu police officer. May his tribe increase. It's not easy. But for me, an opportunity to release the book by a legend is an opportunity that may never come again. What is that about Devaram that we all admire? One, I think his fearlessness. Two, the tremendous loyalty he inspires amongst all his people. I heard him mention about my various attainments, the director of the IB, National Security Advisor, Governor, etc. But none of that compares with Mr. Devaram's exploits and his name and fame. I'm willing to trade all that I have for his memory as a legend, because while he can still attain what I might have achieved, I can never be a legend. I want to pay a compliment to those responsible for bringing out the book. I think it's one of the finest memoirs. I almost extracted this from Anita. I told her I can't come to this function unless I have a copy of the book. I have to also tell her that I have read through all that has been written in this. It's an amazing piece of work. Today I learned that it is not Devaram, but the family which has written it. So compliments to all of you for that. It's an extremely well-written document. I think almost written in faultless English. And I like the start of every chapter, the few lines that are written there to bring you down to earth. Devaram has become synonymous with the Tamil Nadu police, its valor, its great record of service, and finally, its service to the people at large. I think we need to give this book much wider publicity than would normally be available to most memoirs. Because reading through the book, we get the life history of the Tamil Nadu police during a very momentous period in its history. It's been my good fortune, or maybe bad luck, to read memoirs of various kinds. Very few can compare with this. I would therefore urge each and every one of you who are present here to not merely go through the book, but please spread the word amongst those who are not members of the police force, because you will seldom come across a leader like Mr. Devaram. The only thing that I share with Mr. Devaram is that he was the best all-round officer in his year, and I, by a quirk of fate, also was the best all-round officer in my year. But for this, I cannot compare myself with Devaram in anything. His valor, his remarkable appetite for work, his fearlessness, and most importantly, the loyalty that he evokes amongst his the members of the police force. I congratulate you, Mr. Devaram, on your effort. I congratulate the family for standing by him and helping him during this period. And most of all, I congratulate all of us to have one amongst us as a legend in his time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Narayan, for the lovely words. Thank you. I'd now like Mr. Thukiandi to accept the Tamil version of the book written by him. He knows it better than any of us. And Papa will just hand him the book. The Tamil version wouldn't have been possible without Mr. Thukiandi. He really spent days and nights handwriting everything, no computer, nothing at all handwritten and given to the press. We are very happy to have Dr. R.K. Raghavan, retired DG CBI, and more importantly, Papa's batchmate and friend through their training and policing years with us today. I request Papa to give Dr. Raghavan a copy of the book.
Respected Sri Narayan and other dear friends here, I call him only Walter. I don't call him Devaram. I never knew that name. Everywhere I go, I refer to Walter, and I am recognized only as a batchmate of Walter. I didn't have any other distinction. So, to all generations of people whom I meet, I said I am the batchmate of Walter. That is my great fortune and this distinction. I wish I could, in my in-service, I wish I could emulate him in many ways. His capacity for hard work, his fearlessness, and his uprightness in dealing with crime and people who gave him a lot of concern for mischief. And so I've always admired him, although I went away to the center and then went away to Cyprus, several assignments. I used to be in touch with Walter and enjoyed his company, and of course Prema and Anita, and I'm happy that he chose to call me. One particular matter he did not acknowledge. Every other day he used to call me as to where he was in 1991 or any other year, where I was present that day. So he used to keep on checking with me because his passion for accuracy was beyond belief. So he wanted to be accurate, not to be questioned later with regard to chronology. So I knew he was working, and he had been consulting me for years on. So I told him, Walter, time is not on our side. We are living on borrowed time, and I must see that you finish. I used to tell Prema also, don't delay it, because I myself wrote my memoirs very late in life. And I asked Walter, begged him literally, say, don't postpone it. If you want, I'll come and sit with you, make sure that you finish the book. And I'm very happy. Suddenly, Prema called me to say that the book is ready and this is going to be ready since such and such a day, and he wanted me to hear. I'm so fortunate I'm in town and to greet him on this occasion. It's a routine to call him a great police officer. I think he's the greatest of all times, no doubt about it, because he radiated modesty, radiated bravery, and he did not bend before anybody. He went on doing his work without expectation of reward. He was not bothered about the rewards because he was fearless, and that one quality must percolate down the line. Everywhere, people are complaining about lack of autonomy of the police, which may be true, may not be true. But then, if you ingrain fearlessness in every officer right from his start, then possibly we have a much better police service. And as Ms. Narayanan said, this book is a must-read for all trainees and outsiders also, because ordinary lay people should learn from him certain basic rules of life, and I'm sure this Tamil translation will be circulated widely in the state and in training institutions. I compliment Prema, Anita, and of course Walter for having brought out this volume, and I've not read it. I'm sure I'll enjoy reading it. Wish you all the best, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Uncle. The title Munnar to Marina, based on that, Papa wanted to have an officer who retired from chief office to hand over a copy to Latika Saran, who is only the second IPS officer from Munnar after Papa. And so it was a sort of the title Munnar to Marina. So she wanted both to be represented. So I would call now Mr. Dr. Shailendra Babu, retired DGP and head of police force, to hand over a copy to Latika Saran, the retired DGP, and also the first Lady Commissioner of Tamil Nadu. Thank you. Mr. Shailendra Babu, and Papa will just hand over a book to Mr. Shailendra Babu. He has spoken enough about him. I don't need to say anything more. All of you know what a good job he did in his tenure as DGP here. Papa remembers his first SP, Mr. K.V. Subramaniam, with much regard and fondness, and is very sad that he is no more with us. The family friendship goes back years, and we are very happy to have Mrs. KVS here with us today. Papa would like to hand over a copy of the book to Mrs. KVS. Auntie. Thank you, Auntie. We would like to thank Mr. Jayant Murli, retired DGP, for his invaluable suggestions while writing this book. He has also, by the way, written the foreword for it. Papa would like to present him with a copy. A person who has been a constant source of support to us in various matters, whether it was, getting this book, helping with getting the book released, with the press, with everything, and in other general matters as well, is ADGP Davidson. Will you please come and receive a book from Papa? Thank you.
Flash down பண்ணுப்பா.
Dr. Kabir has been a very close friend of ours since 1971, when his father, Mr. Paul Raj, was Papa's DSP in Nagapatnam. The friendship has held strong more than 50 years. We are happy to have him in our midst today and would be glad for him to receive a book from Papa. Dr. Kabir has come all the way from Brunei. Mr. Selvaraj IAS is also here today. We thank you for coming to this function. He is also a batchmate of Papa's. Thank you for joining us. I request Papa to hand over a copy of the book. We have with us Amrita Balachandran today. May I request Amrita to please come up? My parents' connection with her dates back to pre-Bobby Nair days. Her father was the collector of Ooty when Papa was SP Ooty and Amrita was just a child. Bobby Nair, as everyone knows him, and Balachandran was Papa's trainee in Vellore when he was DIG. We miss having Bobby Nair with us, but thank you, Amrita, for making the time to come to this function. I know it is quite a problem getting out of the sofa, but this is the last thing. I'd like all of you all to please come forward for a picture with the book. The press wants it.
All above 80 are nearing 80. So it is very difficult to get all of them to get up. Thank you.
நீங்களே சொல்லிடுங்க சார்.
Get me one more copy.
வரல. சொந்த ஒரு 3 இருக்கு. Sir, wait, sir, wait. Sir, wait. Thank you. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Amitesh would now propose the vote of thanks.
On behalf of my grandfather, I would first like to thank Mr. M.K. Narayanan for consenting to release this book at such short notice. Thank you for your kind words, uncle. Mr. Tukyandi, thank you so much for all the work and help with the Tamil book from translation till publication. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the dignitaries here on stage for gracing this occasion. We are very thankful to the members of the police fraternity, both present and retired, for being here with us. You are also his family. Thank you to all you wonderful people of the dais who have taken the time and effort to be with us here today. A special thank you to family members and friends who are family for being here for us. The ever supportive sports fraternity, especially the members of the Nellai Club, for all the work they put in. Last but not least, this wouldn't be possible without the people behind the scenes who helped pull this off. The police officers' mess where we are here now, and SI Sundarpandian for the premises and the catering. Dilip for the stage and the seating arrangements. Our publisher Notion Press for the English version. Our printer Student Xerox and Mr. Parthiban of Student Xerox for both the Tamil and the English versions. Hemnath, Francis and Shankar and all the others from the press and the photo and video teams for the photo and video coverage. Thank you all so much.
Tea and snacks. He will be sitting there and he'll do that for you. And so thank you all so much for coming. Thank you.
Telephone 3-4 years back.
ஹீரோ மாதிரி பண்ணுவாங்க.
அடுத்தது வாங்க. உங்களுக்கு ஐயா வாங்கிட்டீங்களா? தமிழ் சார் சொல்லுங்கள் சார். அனுப்பிச்சு சார் உங்களுக்கு வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கீங்க சார். ஓகே சார். புக் பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? வாங்க. போதுங்க. Please, sir. Thank you, sir.
Since everyone has started coming up to the stage, maybe you can buy your books. Dad will sit here and sign it if you require it to be signed. Thank you. You can come up to the stage in a line.